Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, great. I want Ryan Garcia next. I want that belt. Fucking shit, my city.
You know how it is.
No,
Your city?
Yeah, my city.
You don't think I'm gonna hit
Yeah,
you with that
my
lip kick?
No.
Oh, many fighters like you. That was
go for it. Go
Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. You go for it.
60,000 people at Tottenham, the biggest boxing night Britain had seen in years. In the moment that fight was over, Conor Benn didn't celebrate, didn't savor it. He pointed across the Atlantic and called his shot. The whole boxing world heard it. Most of them laughed, some of them cheered. But one man who knows Ryan Garcia better than almost anyone alive, who walked into that dressing room unannounced, looked him in the eyes and told him he believed in him. That man is not laughing, and he's not cheering Ben on either. Mike Tyson has watched Garcia fight by fight. He's seen what that left hand does to men who think they've prepared for it. He saw it before Barrios did. And what Tyson said before that fight, and what Garcia himself has now put on record about Ben, should give every person in Ben's corner a very uncomfortable night's sleep. Because here's the truth nobody wants to sit with. Ben just got paid $15 million to beat a 37-year-old injured, undersized southpaw who couldn't move his feet, and he still couldn't put him away. Meanwhile, Garcia beat Barrios clean in February, claimed the WBC belt, and immediately went public with his prediction: corner or referee. Rounds 6 to 7, that's it. That's his forecast for the Ben fight. Not a guarantee, a schedule. And after everything you're about to see in this video, you might start to think he's running on time. The story of Ryan Garcia in this fight starts before the Barrios bout even happened, before the ring walk, before the weigh-in. It starts in a dressing room at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas when Mike Tyson showed up unannounced. No cameras called in advance, no promotional arrangement, just Tyson walking in, looking Garcia dead in the eyes and saying the one thing a fighter needs to hear an hour before the most important night of his career.
Can you imagine? Mike Tyson turned up unannounced in Ryan Garcia dressing room just an hour before the Mario Barrios fight to show respect and belief in him. Tyson isn't here for gossip, he's here because he sees that Garcia can destroy anyone in that ring, including Barrios, and that energy is electric for fight night.
I love you, Mike. I'm going to your fight.
Love to see you, brother.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm with you in everything.
That wasn't a PR stunt. That was one of the most dangerous men who ever lived telling a fighter, privately, quietly, with nobody watching, that he believed he could destroy the champion in front of him. And if Mike Tyson is walking into your dressing room unprompted to say, "I'm with you in everything," you better ask yourself what he sees that the rest of the world hasn't clocked yet. Because what Tyson said next, when the cameras did catch him, wasn't polite, it wasn't diplomatic. It was Tyson being Tyson. Raw, specific, and slightly unsettling. He didn't say Garcia might win. He didn't say Garcia has a chance. He said something that stopped people mid-sentence.
He's getting better and better as he fights. And I don't know if they brought him here to lose, so we're going to find out.
How does it end?
Somebody's getting knocked out. I don't know who, but somebody's going down, bro. Someone's, has got...
He's getting better and better as he fights. That line, that's the one Ben's team needs to understand before September. Garcia isn't the same fighter he was 2 years ago. He isn't even the same fighter he was 6 months ago. He is evolving in real time, and the man who knows what elite evolution looks like in a heavyweight body just confirmed it about a welterweight. Now here's where the Ben situation gets genuinely concerning, and it's something the analyst on Showbiz Boxing spotted live in the fight that most people glossed over in the post-fight hype. Ben has a southpaw problem, not a slight preference issue, a structural technical problem that showed up clearly against Pro Gray, who, let's be honest, was moving at about 60% with a body full of training camp injuries.
Nacho Bears, he hates southpaws, and I saw that. The front foot with Conor Benn, he was in the wrong position. He was on the inside of Regis Prograis, lined up with Regis Prograis left hand, and when he throws his right, Regis Prograis, with his foot on the outside, he was easily able to kind of move out of the way, making the right hand of Conor Benn a little less accurate.
If Benn's front foot placement is getting punished by an injured, slow-footed Prograis, what happens when Ryan Garcia, who is 3 inches shorter, 20 pounds lighter, but throws that left hand from angles that Joe Rogan described as almost physically impossible to anticipate? What happens when that left hook finds that open lane? Joe Rogan didn't just praise Garcia's left hook, he broke it down like a man who'd genuinely been unsettled watching it.
It's one thing that's so, like, Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. It's the
kid's super fast.
Yeah, it's a crazy left hook. It's so goddamn good. It's so much better than most people's that everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it to you.
Fast.
Faster than you know it's supposed to. That's not a color commentator being dramatic. That's a man with 20-plus years of martial arts experience describing a punch that doesn't travel along the path your brain has calculated. And Benn is going to walk into that fight with his front foot in the wrong position if nobody fixes it between now and September. But let's give Benn his credit, because he deserves it. The man is not scared. He has never been scared. You only call out the WBC champion of the world on the night you just worked 10 hard rounds if you genuinely want smoke. And this wasn't a polite call-out either. What happened between Benn and Garcia at the Ring Awards, the moment most people wrote off as Instagram beef, was a lot more physical than it looked on screen.
Do you prefer Ryan Garcia? Because I saw you at the Ring Awards, and y'all had a little...
No, he was squeezing my hand. He was squeezing my hand. So you lot weren't seeing that. So when I shoved him, it was because he was squeezing my hand. So like, I'm always made to be the bad guy.
Right.
I'm not the bad guy here. I think loads of people are just misunderstood. People, they misunderstand me. That's all this is. You want to squeeze my hand? Cool, have a little bit of that.
He squeezed his hand, Garcia squeezed his hand, and Benn shoved him. That's the actual backstory between these two. It's not manufactured beef. It's two men who got within arm's reach of each other, and the tension came out immediately. This fight, if it happens, will not be calm, it will not be controlled, and Benn is absolutely banking on the fact that his power, which Prograis called the hardest he's ever been hit in his entire career, will be the difference maker. The question is whether that power lands before Garcia's left hook does. The promotional side of this is now locked in. Benn's manager made it official the night of the fight, and the target is clear.
Even Conor Benn's manager went on to say, we are pursuing Ryan Garcia, and that one fight deal with Zuffa, done.
Like I said, we did great business with them. We will sit down with them, but we'll also see what's out there, right? Conor's a free agent. It was a one-fight deal, but the target will be to fight Ryan Garcia. Yeah. And again, everything else is in the past and looking to move forward.
One-fight deal with Zuffa, done. Free agent. And the target? The only target is Ryan Garcia. The machinery is moving. The question isn't whether this fight gets made. The question is whether Benn's team has properly war-gamed what they're walking into. Because Mikey Garcia, Ryan's brother, former four-weight world champion, the man who has watched Ryan train, sparred with Ryan, knows every version of Ryan that exists, put it in one clean sentence before the Barrios fight, and it is the most honest assessment of Garcia that anyone has ever given.
Deserve it most.
Difficult decision because it depends on what Ryan shows up. If the explosive, fast, and strong Ryan shows up, he's got a really good chance.
He's got it. He's a champion.
However, if
Barrios got the belt.
Mario Barrios...
Which Ryan shows up? That's the whole fight in 3 words. If the explosive, sharp, disciplined Garcia shows up, Benn is in serious trouble. Not because of the size, or the belt, or the hype, because that version of Garcia, the one Tyson blessed in the dressing room, the one Rogan says throws punches that arrive before your brain processes them, that version hasn't lost to anyone at welterweight. And after what Tim Bradley said about how the Barrios fight was going to end, you have to wonder if that same forecast applies to September.
I don't think this fight's going to go the distance. I think there's going to be a knockout in this fight. It's either going to be Ryan Garcia catching him as he's coming in, or vice versa. You know, you're going to have Barrios catching Ryan Garcia as he comes in, or even if he exits, you know, with a right hand or something like that, man.
This showdown isn't just another fight. Ryan Garcia.
Bradley called a knockout before a single punch was thrown against Barrios. He was right, and he's not backing away from what he sees in Garcia's arsenal now that the belt is around his waist and Conor Benn is the next man calling for it. Here's what nobody else in boxing is saying about this matchup. Benn's power is real. Prograis confirmed it publicly. But Benn has now fought twice at middleweight, then dropped to 150-pound catchweight, and Garcia's title is at 147. Benn has to drain another 3 pounds to make weight for the biggest fight of his life against the fastest hands he's ever faced. You don't just lose 3 pounds of water and come out the other side at full output, especially not against a man who, according to every analyst who watched him before Barrios, gets better under pressure, not worse. Benn's closing speed is elite, his chin is held, his heart has never been questioned. But the tactical problems that Prograis, a faded, injured former champion exposed against southpaws, Garcia will find those same lanes in the second round, and he won't need 12 of them.
Hey, let's make it happen.
But it looks like it's going to be Conor Benn saying multiple times that Ryan Garcia's next.
Garcia, keep my belt warm. I'm ready. We can run it next. No doubt. Let's have it any day of the week and twice on Sundays. Let's do it next.
Benn made his demand clear. September, the belt, no hesitation. Confidence like that is either the foundation of a legendary upset or the last thing a man says before he walks into the most dangerous fight of his career, completely underestimating what's on the other side of the ring. Mike Tyson didn't walk into that Las Vegas dressing room for a photo opportunity. He walked in because he genuinely believes Ryan Garcia is one of the most dangerous welterweights alive right now. And if the man who spent his career as the most feared boxer on earth is saying, "I'm with you in everything," you better believe he means it. Whether Conor Benn believes it too might be the difference between winning a world title and not making it out of round 7. Who do you actually think wins this fight when it happens? Is Benn's power enough to neutralize Garcia's speed? Or is Garcia going to make that 6 to 7 round prediction look prophetic? Drop your pick in the comments. The next video breaks down exactly why Garcia's left hook is statistically the most dangerous punch in the welterweight division right now. That video is right here.